My name is Haley Wright, and welcome to another edition of Emerging Issuer. Joining us in the studio today is Mark Bradley, the Chief Executive Officer of the Players Network, a company that trades on the over-the-counter bulletin board in the U.S. under the symbol PNTV. But before we start the interview, here's a little information on the company. Players Network is a digital media company that focuses on Las Vegas and gaming lifestyles, producing and distributing original content for its own video-on-demand channels on television in 15 million homes over Comcast Communication and TiVocast. It also does so for its broadband network at www.playersnetwork.com, Google, YouTube, and Yahoo Video, and for DVD, home video, mobile platforms, and through worldwide television syndication. The company has a 10-year history providing consumers with quality gaming and Las Vegas lifestyle content, and the gaming industry strategic partnership services in Las Vegas, Atlantic City, and throughout the worldwide gaming industry. Mark, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
In your company's overview, which we got from the website, and I'm reading verbatim here, the gaming lifestyle category includes travel, entertainment, performance, dining, spas, shows, legal gaming, tournaments, vacation and travel, and celebrities from music, sports, and gaming areas. Players Network will do what gaming did for ESPN did for sports, MTV did for music, and CNN did for news, and what Nickelodeon did for children's programming. Now, Mark, this is a pretty bold statement. What makes you feel this way?
Well, every major industry, whether it's children's, sports, music, has got some type of media representation, what we call in the media business content killer category. Who is the default channel you go to for reliable information within that industry? ESPN established it for sports, Nickelodeon for kids, MTV for music, CNN for news. Well, there is no representation yet for the gaming industry, and the gaming industry is a $72 billion industry. Matter of fact, bigger than box office, sporting events, and music industry combined. And Players Network has positioned ourselves now with the right content, the right distribution partners to basically own that space and own that industry, and that's where we're headed right now. We believe that we can build a company bigger than ESPN, is bigger than MTV, and bigger than Nickelodeon within our category, strictly based on our viewership and our consumer spenders that seek the information that we have to offer.
Oh, that's great. Now, recently the company put out a news about the collaboration with XL Media. Has that relation enhanced what you're doing presently, and how does it benefit the overall business model for the future?
Well, let me explain. XL Media is the sales arm of Players Network for advertising, for sponsorship. They represent 420 TV stations around the country, but they wouldn't have anything to sell unless we had an audience. Players Network secured a long-time distribution deal with Comcast Communications, the largest cable company in the United States. They signed a 10-year distribution agreement with us, which is unprecedented for them to sign for a new company. And it's because we did a beta test with our content on their platform, their video-on-demand digital platform, and we had such huge viewerships on the content that they insisted on a long-term relationship. The Comcast deal has created a whole domino effect to signing deals with DirecTV and Dish Network and AT&T, Verizon, TiVo, and now our sites for international distribution to both Europe and Asia. We're getting tremendous amounts of viewing of our content because our content is such good quality, and they say in the media business, content is king. So if you can capture eyeballs and capture audience, XL Media has got an easy job. They just have to sell the eyeballs and the advertising that were generated through all of our distribution and rich content.
Now, with the company being publicly traded, obviously everyone is interested in shareholder equity and its corresponding value. Now, what steps is your company taking to nurture that process?
Well, let me kind of give you a little background of media. Media is based on number of subscribers and numbers of households penetrated. And there's been a formula. When cable channels started, there was no value. Who'd ever think that ESPN would have, the NFL football? No one ever thought that. But now they own it. And basically, traditional cable companies are being valued on the low end about $20 per subscriber. and in the high end, about $150 per subscriber. Players Network already has 58 million homes under contract, and we're broadcasting 20 million homes right now, adding 150 to 200,000 homes every single month, and that is increasing. So we're looking at Players Network's equity to be a per subscriber value. If we can create advertising and subscription fees to only value us at a fraction of an existing cable channel, say it's only $10 per home, we get a comp ad. Well, we have 58 million homes, so we can give a big argument, and as soon as in a year or two from now, as soon as there's comps, that we have a $600 million valued company just by our distribution base. Secondly, the value of our library. We've created over 1,000 TV shows within our library. The president of programming, my partner, a gentleman by the name of Michael Burke, is one of the most renowned TV producers in the world. He executive produced and created one series called Baywatch, which was in 144 countries. He's in the Guinness World Book of Records for producing the most watched show in the world. And that same Baywatch formula of sex appeal, excitement, and entertainment is being applied to Las Vegas and our channel programming as well, which is gaming, lifestyle, and entertainment. So we have a lot of formulas in building subscriber value, revenue, building database off of community, which is real big right now. That's why you see the evaluations for companies like YouTube and Facebook and MySpace is going to the ceiling because they have a particular community. However, the communities they build don't have a $72 billion industry like we do.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of things that are going to build value in addition to eventually merging and acquiring other related businesses within our respective fields where it makes sense strategically.
Mark, if you could just let us know what kind of content and TV shows will we be able to see if we log on to playersnetwork.com?
Well, we've produced about 1,000 TV shows so far. Most of them are short form, between 5 and 15 minutes. We have a gaming lifestyle as well as Las Vegas lifestyle programming. Gaming lifestyle would be shows such as In the Mind of the Poker Pro, where you have 3 poker pros arguing between themselves about what is the proper way to play a hand. We have gaming instructional shows. We have a show called Winners and Jackpots, which is all about life-changing money, people that win jackpots. How did it change their life? What did they do with their money? What machine did they play? We have a lot of Vegas lifestyle programming, which talks about travel and takes you behind the scenes of some of the biggest shows and entertainment in Vegas has to offer, as well as celebrities. We have magic. We have comedy. We have a little something for everybody. According to our distributors, current distributors right now, we're in their highest viewed categories of content right now, which is going to allow us to take this great programming and capitalize it into real revenues and real advertising and sponsorship. So we're really happy with our programming, and people are responding to it extremely well.
So this is basically a website where anybody who wants to know anything about Vegas can go.
Yeah, absolutely. PlayersNetwork.com is our website, but don't confuse that with the fact that we're partners with Google Video, partners with Yahoo, YouTube, so we're broadband distributed all around the world, as well as we're on television through Comcast, DirecTV, Dish Network, AT&T, Verizon, and TiVo, and more companies coming online. So we're in millions of television homes as well as online as well. So you can get Players Network almost anywhere you want around the world.
Great, Mark. That's very exciting. Now, finally, this is primarily for our viewers out there. Why should the community stand up and take notice to Players Network?
Well, if you have a chance to get in to a media company like ours that is significantly undervalued, in my opinion, on the ground floor and have the upside of the public market multiples, if you take a look at the history of transaction and mergers and acquisitions and public valuations, there's nobody as high as media companies. The biggest deals in the world have been with Time Warner and AOL. Like we mentioned, Google buying YouTube for $1.6 billion. Microsoft buying 1.8% of Facebook for $250 million. The media and new digital companies are the companies getting the valuation. Once you can have the eyeballs and have the customers, with digital platforms, we'll be able to sell them anything we want, from trips to Las Vegas to show tickets to sponsorship and advertising and other opportunities directly to the end user. And it's a very powerful tool that is going to make us positioned extremely well for either a takeover, a big media company wanting to buy us because they like our content, our category, and our space and our distribution. So it's exciting times right now. I've seen more change in Players Network in the last 6 months than I have in the last 6 years. And with the U.S. mandating everybody to be digital by February of 2009, our growth is going to even excel more.
That is remarkable. Great, Mark. Well, I want to thank you very much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And I look forward to seeing more of Players Network. Now, if you want any more information or check out what Players Network has to offer, please go to their website, www.playersnetwork.com. And that's it for me, Emerging Issuer. Until next time, we'll see you soon.